Okay, so this week we are talking about pantomime. In theater, you have things that you use on stage, and they're called, let's say I'm doing a scene at Starbucks. So this is something I would have on stage. This is called a prop, which most of you probably already know. Let's say you're on a phone call. Here's your prop. Pantomime rejects props. You have to pretend that you have are holding something in your hand, or that you see something, or you're dealing with something. There's a couple of reasons that pantomime is important in theater. The first one is that it activates your imagination. When you're acting, you have to make things real. They have to feel real to you so that they'll feel real to the audience. So using your imagination helps connect to your emotions. So imagination in theater is very important. And also, you're just not always going to have all of the things you need to create a scene. In fact, some plays are written specifically to be pantomimed with no props. It's just more practical in some ways. Sometimes it's less expensive. Sometimes it makes things aesthetically more pleasing not to have a bunch of junk on stage. So really, it's your job as an actor to create that reality for the people who are watching you. Pantomime's also really fun. So right now, instead of, let me grab my coffee. So we're gonna pretend that watch me just drink some coffee. Or maybe you wanna hold it like this. And then I'm gonna set it carefully down because I don't wanna spill it. So instead of using an actual cup, we're gonna pretend. So if you don't like coffee, you can drink some hot cocoa. You need to decide what kind of cup you're using, and you need to figure out what's in it. So get that in your mind. And once that's there, I want you to, oh, it's in front of you. So I want you to go ahead and pick it up. And then I want you to take a sip. Remember, it's hot, so. And then you're gonna carefully set it down. You don't want it just to be like glug, 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 and then like you're gonna get coffee or hot cocoa everywhere. A lot of times people tend to want to have like a really tiny little cup they're drinking out of, which is, I mean, unless you're taking a shot at a bar or something, that's not gonna work. So you really need to think about how I can make this look authentic so that my audience believes what I'm doing. Some common mistakes. People always want to do this when they're talking on the phone, which is fine. We all know what you mean. But if you really think about it, when you're on a phone nowadays, it looks more like this or like this, right? So have fun playing with some different pantomimes. You can also think of it as charades, if you've ever played charades. And then if you practice a lot, you're always going to win at charades. Anyway, today's assignment is your next digital offering on Flipgrid. So if you go to Flipgrid, you're going to find an example there and a little video introduction. I've also included some other videos here just to inspire you. Have fun with pantomime, and I will see you again next week.